Well, what do we got here? We got some breaking news right here on Destination Pro Wrestling. I'm your boy, Ango. And if you guys want more videos like this, make sure you guys click that subscribe button and ring the bell. This way, you can get notified on all of the latest content. We got some major news in regards to the future of Kevin Owens. A lot of credit here to Sean Ross Sapp because now, after his report of his contract status, things are starting to make sense. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe and ring the bell. You guys get notified. I keep putting out videos, and my goal is to be producing more videos. And on top of that, we're going to be introducing a live show to the channel. So get ready for that. Now, with that being said, Kevin Owens mysteriously tweeted out today the latitude and longitude of Mount Rushmore. If you guys are unfamiliar with what Mount Rushmore is a reference to, well, look no further to the good old PWG days, right before WWE pretty much killed indie wrestling. Kevin Steen was famously known for being part of the group with Young Bucks and Adam Cole. And of course, they made a lot of waves on the indie scene. Pretty much a lot of people credit this body of work, to be what, is the reason why Kevin Owens is in the WWE to begin with. But it was very interesting because this tweet came out today. And of course, everybody was very curious about it. They were very shocked to see what had actually transpired. And then basically the tweet was taken down. The tweet was deleted. Now, with everything that AEW has done, there's always been Easter eggs and teases, whether it's social media, whether it is, they're being the elite or AEW, YouTube programming, whatever it may be, there's always a tease. There's always something that's happening. There's always something to look forward to. Now, of course, in the last few weeks, everybody's been talking about a bunch of different names: Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Buddy Murphy, the Iconics. I mean, there's been over 50 plus WWE superstars who were released, so it's no secret that, of course, AEW may have interest in them. Now, this is where things get interesting. The tweet was made today, and a lot of people immediately rushed to Twitter and said there is no way that this could very well be possible. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about his WWE status, because as it stands, we may not even have to wait long, and that's coming up in just a second. But of course, when everybody's talking about these other names, nobody else was talking about Kevin Owens. Now, historically, Kevin Owens always did well in the WWE. He went to NXT, became the NXT World Champion, one of my favorite days of the NXT product. And then on top of that, we saw something very interesting happen with Kevin Owens. He went to the main roster, and unlike many other people who got promoted to the main roster, Kevin Owens actually excelled. He was immediately put into some big programs with John Cena. He eventually became the Universal Champion. He held it down in the WWE main roster. But when you fast forward to 2021, this is where things get very chaotic, and that is because in 2021, let's just be real, Kevin Owens, the host of the KO show, it's just, he's doing segments with Logan Paul. He's kind of stuck in the mid-card. WWE isn't taking him as serious as they should, and instead of doing anything remotely good with him, they're just kind of letting him float around. And that's why I wouldn't be shocked to see him become All Elite. Now, of course, today's news is very interesting because when you look at the WWE product, a lot of people have been outspoken about it. And more in particular, there was something that came out today from Mick Foley talking about the creative direction of WWE and essentially how they are no longer the destination for pro wrestlers. And this is largely due to the fact that AEW's growth is happening quickly, but also because they are consistently booking a great product. It is very, very apparent when you watch AEW that these guys are not heavily scripted like it is in WWE. And of course, Mick Foley made a great point. And of course, there are some people who are critical of that, but it's just straight up factual. When you look at WWE's ratings, while they may have more viewership than AEW, they are having a harder time capturing the younger audience that AEW does. And that is something that is very, very important to understand as we move forward. Now, of course, with people talking about Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, I do think there is a place for them outside of WWE, but in today's video, we are talking about Kevin Owens. Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful Select announced or came out with this report that essentially said that, here's the thing, right? Kevin Owens was, in the past, I think it was 2019, it was said that he signed a 5-year deal with WWE. Based on that knowledge, everybody was thinking, hey, 2023, middle of year 2023, that's when Kevin Owens would be able to leave. Well, today it came out from Sean Ross Sapp that that's not actually entirely true. And what is to be expected is that his contract actually ends a lot sooner than that, as soon as January 2022. So instead of waiting an additional year, it looks like Kevin Owens could very well become All Elite in just a few months, really. I mean, it's September 2021. You got October, November, December. I mean, in 4 months, it is very well possible that Kevin Owens does not sign a contract extension with WWE and joins AEW. Now, you might be wondering, why else would Kevin Owens do so? Well, I think Kevin Owens is actually in a very similar situation to Adam Cole. Here's the thing, guys. Adam Cole is also friends with the Elite. He is friends with the guys who run the company. And on top of that, Kevin Owens is also friends with them. Adam Cole, you know, he was very, very appreciative of WWE. He spoke highly of them. He spoke highly of Vince McMahon. And I assume that Kevin Owens would be the same way. Kevin Owens really hasn't taken a Twitter to vent any frustrations towards WWE. But if you're looking from the outside, looking in, it's very clear that Kevin Owens is just simply there to do his job, and he's doing a great job with it. But it almost looks like he's not having fun, just like many of the other people on the roster. And let's be very clear, guys. The people on the roster, like, they are there, they're doing their job, they're doing their thing. But if they're watching AEW and they're comparing it to WWE, you know damn well they're probably jealous of the people showing up every Wednesday and Friday for Dynamite and Rampage. Now, I can't begin to tell you how exciting this is for me, because as a content creator, I love having content to talk about. And I love having opinions on things that are this important in the wrestling world. But as a fan, I could be very clear and tell you guys that I think this is the right move for AEW to bring in Kevin Owens. And I think this would be a great move for Kevin Owens to join AEW. Guys, Kevin Steen could potentially return, and I think there is so much that could be done. If you guys don't like the idea of AEW signing former WWE superstars, trust me, I was there with you. I understand where you're coming from. I said it myself. But I think what we need to really look at is the product of WWE and the product of AEW. Now they have 2 shows that are on television. They are doing big things. They are consistent. AEW's worst show, let me tell you, their worst show is, it could get bad at times, but it's still better than WWE Raw. And that's how bad WWE's product has fallen. So look, Tony Khan, AEW, go ahead and sign Kevin Owens. I'm with you on this. Kevin Owens, I love the tweet. I hate that you deleted it, but nonetheless, people got the screenshot. People saw it. The latitude, longitude, Mount Rushmore. People know that history. AEW knows exactly what they're doing. And I think when WWE superstars are preparing to leave, they are trying to get people to talk, because that is how you stay relevant. And right now, Kevin Owens completely shocked the world, because if Kevin Owens does in fact go to AEW, trust me, we'll be here talking about it, and I hope to be there for the debut. So with that being said, more videos like this, you guys already know what to do. Subscribe, ring the bell. Let me know what you guys want. We're going to be introducing a live show to the channel, and that's going to be happening very, very soon. So stay tuned. If you guys like this video, let me know, and I hope to hear from you guys in the comment section. Take care.